Zimbabwe muri kuzviona sei. Oh, shall remain. Yours truly, Mr. One Blow. One Blow. Foolish government. Yeah, me raspi. Urumende ye mageva, takatumira mbava. Urumende ye mageva, tiri kutongwa netsotsi. Emmerson uri geva, takatumira mbava. Geva, matsotsi. Urumende ye mbava, tiri kutongwa negeva mbava. Tsotsi, takatumira. From bad to worse, tishiva kuna baba bona. Unogona wona hapa na chata gona. Zwakangoma life iri kuona. Oritanditi munoti kutongwa kwaro. But say kuchishga vekumba kwaro. Youths unemployed but inawo magwaro. Zimbabwe yese haina mufaro. Say muchidaru, kuita makaro. There is too much kakistocracy. Where is our democracy? Chibataru okoro wangu mwana weva. Inindi chabarako. Let's rise, let's be wise and expose this Zimbabwe aparara bedue. Saga chibataru okoro wangu mwana weva. Mageva, takatumira mbava. Urumende ye mageva, tiri kutongwa netotsi. Emmerson uri geva, takatumira mbava. Geva, matsotsi. Urumende ye mambava, tiri kutongwa negeva mbava. Tsotsi, takatumira.
Greetings and more greetings to you good people. My name is DJ Oli and welcome to your favorite platform on YouTube, Mnangagwa.5 Creative Studios. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any exciting content uploaded. Asikana wanga wagara uri mugari wepanapa ndinangokutenda nekuita sei nekukurumidza kubhadhara rent. Thank you very much for supporting 0.5 Creative Studios. I hope maswera zvakanaka kwese kwamuri mativi mana enyika vari kudiaspora vari kwese kwamuri ikoko. Ndinokuti makadi zvenyu ende ndinokuchingamidzai muchirongwa. Right, today we want to talk about the trending video ya former president we South Africa achitaura iye mashoko andoda kukunzwisai before we get into the conversation yedu pana apa nditika. I've got Comrade Whitehead on the line. Vasati vati moresa. Let me just play this recording here and then Tombatalita jump straight into the conversation. I want you to listen very carefully to what he was saying here.
You have a similar phenomenon on the continent. President Muhai, the late, may he rest in peace, was buried just a few days ago. There was in the election in Zambia at some point, and UNIP, the ruling party led by President Kaunda, lost. And President Chiluba took over as president. First term, second term. Towards the end of the second term, he wanted to change the constitution toward the third term. So we conspired among ourselves in the region here and said we don't want to introduce that habit here in this region of these third terms. So we got to stop President Chiluba. Agreed. Now, whom are we going to ask to go and collar President Chiluba? We decided on President Muhai. Said the cleanest among us. And the other one is most honest. He's got all the moral authority to say to President Chiluba, no. And he went and he said, no. And that was the end of the Chiluba operation. But can that happen now? On the continent, I doubt it. The level of this Pan-Africanist perspective has gone down very radically. The panelists here should have spoken about that. It's one of our big problems.
Right, you have heard it for yourself. Who is that clean and brave man who can tell President Emmerson Mnangagwa to stop playing dangerous games with the constitution? Whom shall the region send to talk to President Emmerson Mnangagwa? Ndiani munhu achatumwa kuzotaura nevakuru kunzi vakuru zvamuri kuita izvi muri kukanganisa? Who will stop Emmerson Mnangagwa? Will the region leaders raise an alarm over Cab 3 to say kuti aiwaka 2 terms it's enough? Without wasting much of your time, I've got Comrade Whitehead on the line. Comrade Whitehead, maswera sei baba?
Maswera.
Right, ameno kuri sei ikoko?
Kuno kuri right yako, kuri right hysteric.
Yeah, I mean, for the benefit of those who are not Zimbabweans, some of the people, they are complaining that you've got exciting programs, but some of the things we don't understand. What are you guys saying? What's going on in your country with the Constitution Amendment? Can we try our level best to use English for the sake of them on this program, if it's possible?
Okay, thank you.
Right, I've played the clip, you have heard the clip, and I've asked the questions, so I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you, DJ Holly. Thank you, listeners, wherever you are. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on the continent you are. We welcome you to this program tonight. We want to respond or to react to what the former president of South Africa has taught us today. We have a problem in Zimbabwe currently. I'm not going to go anywhere outside Zimbabwe. I think what Comrade Mbeki, the former president of South Africa, a renowned politician, a scholar, the message he was giving was not only giving to the world, but particularly I'll reduce it and confine it to our own situation in Zimbabwe. We have a situation where the people in government or the few individuals, the few elite in Zimbabwe who have completely digressed from the ethos of the liberation struggle, who wanted to remain in power, who have taken away the power of the people, converted the power of the people to his own pocket, his own needs. That's the message that Thabo Mbeki is delivering in this message. Why does he raise this? to my understanding, and hopefully to the understanding of the rest of the world, is seeing a danger that is about to happen if this amendment, Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 in Zimbabwe, is allowed to go through. He's seeing a danger. Already there is a crisis caused by foreigners in South Africa. He's seeing this not only coming to South Africa and the end in South Africa. He sees this escalating to Mozambique, Zambia, Botswana, Angola, Namibia. He sees that. And I hope all of us in Zimbabwe, we need to see that. If this bill is allowed to go through, the problem will not be in Zimbabwe. The effects of this bill will not be felt by Zimbabweans. But by and large, it will escalate to SADC, if not the entire AU community. If this bill is allowed to sail through, the influx in your own countries, wherever you are, whichever country you are, will be tremendous, will be overwhelming into your countries. You will experience a lot of things happening. It's not everyone who ran away from Zimbabwe who is going to seek for a refugee or asylum. Some will come because of the number of the influx of the people who will be getting into your country, who will be overwhelming to the extent that it will affect your systems, to the extent that your systems won't cope up registering these people. And some of the people who are involved or who are calling for this amendment, they will come to destabilize your countries on the pretext that they are refugees, yet they are on a hot pursuit of those innocent Zimbabweans who would have run to your countries. I see Mbeki seeing that happening. And we have raised this issue to say SADC intervene. Because if we don't, what is you see happening in South Africa is nothing, it's just a tip of the iceberg. This will come to your country. You like it or don't like it, but this will happen. What are you going to do if these people come in numbers, in thousands, running away from Zimbabwe? If you did it during Chiluba time, the SADC region, SADC leaders, politicians, business community, churches, students, unions, labor movements, why can't you do it for Zimbabwe today? To prevent the escalation of this, or to prevent the influx of Zimbabweans coming to your country, where in 1 week or 2 weeks' time, upon the arrival in your countries, you will start complaining of unrecorded criminal activities, unrecorded murders. I think you need to prevent this before it even starts. The situation in Zimbabwe now is far beyond the borders. The political instability in Zimbabwe now is far beyond Zimbabwe. Just at this level, since SADC, you appreciated or you tried your best in 2008, you should have learned experience from there. Again, in 2008, in 2017, you experienced the same. When Mugabe was removed from office, you saw the tanks in the streets, but you were told this is not a coup. Those people who marched in the streets are today having that right to march taken away from them. That right to express their inconveniences, conveniences, their right to express their desire to see a peaceful transfer of power in Zimbabwe. They are denied that right. The possibilities of this instability, this disturbance, this discourse of political situation in Zimbabwe might lead into another coup. And a coup, a not coup, is the destabilization machinery to the region. It's setting a wrong precedent that each time there should be a change of or a transfer of power, it must be assisted by the military. This is what Thabo Mbeki is raising, is alarming you, is alarming the world. So it is the world, it is the region, it is the AU to take this message very seriously. Very, very seriously. Thabo Mbeki raises another problem that we have now. The good example in Zimbabwe, that political parties today in Southern Africa, particularly in Zimbabwe, what we are witnessing in Zimbabwe is that politics is about money. It's no longer a service to the people. Politics now it is for those who want to get rich faster. There's a full of distortion. The facts are completely distorted. Why people went to war in Zimbabwe? Why did the Zimbabwean population decided to carry out arms, risk their lives, gave in their children to go and die so that Zimbabwe is liberated? So we cannot continue in the region holding on to what we did or what happened during the liberation struggle. We cannot weaponize our participation in the liberation struggle. The reason why people went to fight was to remove the minority system, introduce a universal suffrage. A universal suffrage that allows every citizen to participate in the decision making, to participate in the development of the country, to participate in election, to choose the religion they want to belong to speak the language they want to speak, to worship in the manner they want to worship without interfering. Here we see in Zimbabwe today, people are subjected by the minority to dance the way they want them to dance. What happened in Bulawayo 2024, where ZANU-PF, a few of them, not the entire ZANU-PF community, decided to extend the tenure of the president without changing their own constitution, but decided to change the national constitution, which was a contract among the citizens themselves, who decided that every leader in Zimbabwe, irrespective which political party is coming from, if is given a mandate to lead, he will only lead a 5-year term. The second term, another 5 years. Complete his 10 years, he has completed 2 terms, he must go and rest and leave others. Leave the space for others to dance in. This was a contract entered into by the Zimbabwean people in 2013. Here, a few minority, a principle that we fought against, that a minority cannot rule over the majority. Here, individuals, distinct people, taking their own thinking and put it into the people, force the people to adopt it, make it a law.
Sorry, there's a noise and we can't hear you properly now.
Where is that noise? What's happening? I don't have any gadgets here in my house. I don't know where it's coming from.
Now it's clear now.
Where is this noise will be coming from? I don't have a gadget here.
I don't know. But now it's clear,
Really?
it's gone. Yeah, you can continue, sorry.
Okay, fine. Therefore, we are saying SADC countries, the African Union, the church leaders, the trade union, business community, all members of the societies of different religion, different perspective, different groupings, please listen to what Thabo Mbeki is warning you. Listen to this message carefully. Zimbabwe is about to explode. I was saying we fought against minority rule. We are being forced in Zimbabwe to adhere to a minority resolution entered into by ZANU-PF in 2024. Zimbabwe consists of plus or minus 16 million people who by their numbers in 2013 entered into this contract, drafted a constitution, everybody participated, up to about 96% of the total population of Zimbabwe voted for this constitution, which instructs anyone in Zimbabwe, your term of office as a president is 5/2. Simply, first term, second term, you have completed your 10 years, you have to rest. now is being proposed to be amended by the top 6 of ZANU-PF. Those who attended the conference in Bulawayo. That cannot be true. Therefore, it does not align itself with what we fought for. It's completely 180 degrees opposite to of what we fought for. We fought to remove minority rule, bring majority rule, introduce a principle of one man, one vote, where every Zimbabwean, everyone, as long you are a citizen of Zimbabwe, you have a right to vote for a person you want to vote for. That's what people died for. Any change to that is a betrayal to those who died in quest to achieve the one man, one vote. Any digression to that principle is a totally betrayal, a very serious one. I hope wherever their pawns are, they are turning. They don't have graves. Others say you'll be turning in your grave. These ones don't have graves. So they are listening, they are watching and say, why did we die? Begi asks, says, who can be like Mohai? They are there. They are there, particularly in the SADC region. We can. And we call upon the SADC region, in the SADC countries, the Southern Development Community. We are saying Zambia, Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, Mozambique, this is knocking at your door. Don't take this lightly. This is knocking at your door. On the northern part of Zimbabwe, which is Zambia, there is a big river. Many people die in that river, running away from this regime that intends to amend the constitution, turn Zimbabwe from a republic to a kingdom. Once there's a resistance from the citizen, they will use the military, like they did in 2017. Once they use the military, people will try to resist. Live ammunition will be used. People will be displaced. And the only destination they know is Zambia, Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia. That's the destination they know. And they will get into your countries. And there will be a menace in your countries. How do we stop this? I suggest SADC listen to what Thabo Mbeki is seeing happening in Southern Africa, particularly in Zimbabwe. Approach your brother. Assist Mnangagwa not to continue shedding blood. We have seen a lot of blood sprayed everywhere, spilling everywhere. The background era, 32,000 people perished. 2008, 386 people perished just for the maintenance of one political party, which hides behind the fact that they fought for the war. They fought for Zimbabwe. No one did not participate. Every Zimbabwean participated in that war, including Zambians, died when Smith was bombing, sacrificed their lives for the liberation of Zimbabwe. I don't think you need that to happen again. Botswana, Angola, Tanzania, Ethiopia. Remember how Smith bombed you in pursuit of the liberators. And Mnangagwa today is forcing Zimbabweans again to seek shelter in your countries by force, by using the military against the citizens. Zimbabweans all over the world, minus or plus 4-point-something million are in exile today, not because they are searching for green pastures, because they are being frustrated by the military. They are subjected to torture every day, even if the SADC, you don't see that happening. Go in the streets of Zimbabwe. Find out from the citizen how many people have disappeared with no trace. Go to the streets of Zimbabwe today, in the rural areas. Find out from the citizens. As if that is not enough, Mnangagwa is introducing this heinous, horrible, devilish bill, which he does not want to subject it to the citizens for scrutiny, which he does not want people to talk about it. Anyone who speaks against it, it becomes the enemy of the state and is hunted like a hare in the bush. SADC, call upon all the countries in the world to listen to the voice of reason. Zimbabweans are crying to you. I beg and I encourage or pray that Botswana and Zambia take the lead. You are the most vulnerable. Help Zimbabweans. Thabo Mbeki, we heard you. You have raised an alarm. You have seen the potentiality of what will happen if this bill is allowed to go through and never subjected to go for referendum. After all, why should we go for referendum? Why? The law is very clear. 2 terms you go. And they want to call for a referendum, yet his own part has not yet endorsed his extension. He has not called for an opinion from within ZANU-PF to extend the tenure of the president of ZANU-PF beyond 2027. But he wants to force the entire nation to go by a resolution which was taken by a top 6 of the ZANU-PF structure, and they make it a national agenda. That's uncalled for, and we strongly condemn that action. We strongly condemn that attempt. There shall be no amendment of the Constitution simply to benefit Mnangagwa and his few individuals We are saying stop that. SADC assisting the children of Zimbabwe who are already being, you see what is happening in South Africa. I can't repeat that. You see it every day, what is happening in South Africa against Zimbabweans who went to South Africa not because they wanted to go and look for jobs, because they are being hunted in their own country. Those who speaks against the amendment of this bill, those who speaks of, who demand for a freedom of speech, those who demand for a freedom of association, they are persecuted on daily basis. They are disappearing every day. They are displaced every day. And all this displacement, they are not displaced from one district to another, but they are displaced to another country. And they become victims of xenophobic behavior. So I end by calling to Zimbabweans, resist this thing, never you allow it. The military, please, we understand you have a duty to protect the integrity, the territorial boundaries of the country. But please, do not harm your own parents. You are a children of Zimbabweans. You are not mercenaries from outside Zimbabwe. You are recruited within Zimbabwe, born by a woman in Zimbabwe to protect them against the invasion by other countries, to protect your boundaries, protect their today activities, but not to make them submit to one individual, not to subdue them, not to take away their freedom. Those are your parents. Those are your fathers. Those are your sisters, are your grannies, are your mothers. Protect them. Don't be used. Smith used the black people to kill another black people. Today you are being used to kill your own mother. What's the difference? I call upon the military of Zimbabwe, desist, protect the citizens. Listen to their cry. The president of Botswana, His Excellency Duma Oboko, did say this. I love to see people demonstrating. I love to listen to angry people because they tell you the truth. Two categories of the people, he says, they tell the truth. Person when he's drunk will never lie to you. The person who is angry, he will tell you as it is. He will never lie to you. As long as the anger is expressed peacefully in line with the laws of that country. And this is what Zimbabweans are crying for. To be allowed to follow the laws of the land. And they request their government to listen to their voices. Where they feel they are discontented, they should be allowed to feel free to express that discontent. That's all they're asking for from Mnangagwa, who is denying them. Use the military, introduces the ED for that, all these militias simply to maintain himself and his children at the expense of the totality. 17 million of Zimbabwe are being ruled by too few individuals, only not ruling them, but patronizing them every day, every morning, every evening. People are afraid to sleep in their houses because at any time your house can be invaded and you disappear never to be seen any. So I call upon you, the military of Zimbabwe, to give peace to the people. the SADC countries, please intervene now before it's too late. Among yourself, the statesmen, the likes of Thabo Mbeki, the likes of Omantana, the likes of Joachim Sifana, please advise them. Pepete, Uhuru Kenyatta, ask them to have a conversation with Mnangagwa to avoid a further split of blood in Zimbabwe. I thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much for listening. I thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Comrade Whitehead, for your time. Ndinokutenda izvikuru, ngiyabonga kakulu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, Zimbabwe and everyone all over the globe, you have heard it for yourselves, and there's nothing for me to add, there's nothing for me to subtract. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for supporting Point 5 Creative Studios. As for me, DJ Oli, and the rest of the crew behind the scenes, we are saying have a beautiful day and night, depending on what time you are watching this video. Thank you very much, and it's bye for now.